Cool. Well, speaking of Nintendo, why don't we move right to the big news of the week, the Super Nintendo Classic, which is coming out end of September for $80 with 2 controllers.
And is also leaving stores on September 29th for $80.
Right. If you happen to be busy that day, you will never see one. Yeah, so it comes with, like 20 games?
21 games, including the unreleased Star Fox 2.
Ta-da! Yeah, okay, I'm looking at the game. I really haven't even looked at the game list until right now because I don't think I would buy one. I would buy one to try to give one away on CAG because,
You're a man of the people.
Well, no, because I want people to like retweet our account and stuff. I'm a man of entrepreneurial spirit.
I understand.
It's got Kirby's Dream Course.
Mm-hmm.
I remember these. These are all my college jams right here.
I was more of a when this came out, I was probably playing mostly the Genesis more than the Super Nintendo person. It doesn't mean I didn't play any of these games. I do remember playing Super Punch-Out and Super Metroid and Super Mario World and Super Mario Kart and Star Fox.
No Super Bomberman, I see.
I've played all of these games except for Star Fox 2.
Yeah, I didn't have this console, so I didn't really play. Mega Man X I never really played. I mean, I know of these games. I have played A Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. I remember sitting in my friend's house and playing that for way too much time to get through that game.
So are you going to buy one of these?
Yeah, they're going to sell however many of these they make.
Yeah, that's just it. It depends on.
I just didn't think they were going to do this soon.
Well, a lot of people commented on my Twitter feed about how it's probably they think it's exactly what I predicted, that after the NES Mini was so successful, they decided to roll this out fairly quickly, and they started making it, and by the time they realized it was a mistake, it was too late to stop making them.
Because it's just taking away Switch sales,
yeah.
But they're not even making enough Switches. So
yeah, because they're too busy making other hardware. They're making 3 pieces of hardware right now. They have the new 2DS, they have a Switch, and now they have this thing. Why is this company making 3 pieces of hardware that they're all trying to sell at the same holiday time?
I just don't understand that. Like,
I don't understand any of it.
Huge moneymaker, this thing.
Why build hardware for something that you could put on? If they sold the bundle of 21 games for $80 on the Switch, it would sell more copies with significantly less investment,
and they'd make more money.
That's what I mean.
There's no after you sell this thing, nobody's coming back for razor blades.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's such a weird thing for them to do. I mean, it's cool. I'm going to buy one, obviously.
Yeah. It's not that it's not cool. That's not the problem. It's, I think the best way that, it would have been awesome if they sold this as like an $80 game with the controller pack in. That was my tweet. That would be awesome.
I don't understand.
So it would be a Switch game. For Switch.
Switch game with a Super Nintendo controller.
For $80.
Oh, yeah. That's a great idea.
Yeah. So then you could play the game, the Switch. You could even take it out and use the flip thing, and you could take your Super Nintendo with you, or you could play it on your TV, but you could have the classic controller, and then you could sell a second controller for another $20, and they'd make $100 per Switch owner this holiday season. Because I'm pretty sure everyone who owns a Switch would buy that.
I like that thinking.
I know, it's because it's a smart idea. This is a dumb idea. It's not that it's a bad thing. It's a bad idea. And there's a difference.
I guess if you're trying to ramp up excitement for your just released video game console that's not going to have any third-party support, and you really have to focus on first-party stuff because that's all you're getting, it would make more sense. You would want to roll out the old stuff and showed that you're committed to putting old stuff on the new system.
They could even have done like 2 packages. One where it's the Nintendo the NES Mini package for $50 or $60, whatever that thing sold for, and do this for $80. And then I'm sure people who didn't get the NES Mini would buy that Switch cartridge, and then people would also buy the Super Nintendo cartridge.
It's not really a cartridge. Well, it is a cartridge, right? I forgot they do have cartridges, right?
Yeah.
Those little SD card
doohickeys.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Volume 1, Volume 2, you could just keep rolling them out.
Exactly. Instead of doing eShop stuff, I mean, you're even saying...
Which they're not even doing, apparently.
It's just, cut that whole thing out altogether. Just sell them on the cards, because that's what you're comfortable with. It's still cheaper than making hardware. I don't understand. Shipwreck, tell me why I'm wrong.
I don't think you're wrong.
Uh-oh.
Not completely. I mean, if they were just flooding the market with these things to where it was a volume game, like if this was just like as readily available as any of these other flashback consoles that you'd walk into a store and get, I think I'd understand this more. But this like limited supply of this hardware, it's such a weird business decision.
I don't understand. I still don't understand why it's beneficial for Nintendo to do this thing with the supply on everything they do.
It's I guess if they're counting it as marketing of some sort.
Who gives a shit? If you can't sell the thing, who cares how much it's marketed? If you can't buy it anywhere, what's the matter? It just only makes it more valuable to resellers. It's you're now generating marketing for second party sellers. I mean, who cares about that? It's very weird. Somebody should explain.
They've already announced that once the new year hits, they're not making any more.
Right.
I don't understand any of it. I really don't. And I don't want to buy one. I feel like I there's that principled part of me that's like, I'm not going to support this. So
could the idea be like, oh, I couldn't buy a SNES Classic, so I'll buy a Switch? But you can't even buy those because they don't make enough of those. I don't get it.
And you can't buy these games on the Switch anyway.
Oh, I liked your idea a lot, Wombat. That's a pretty cool idea.
It's a good idea. But,
Yep. Yeah, I think they'd make a lot more money selling this thing with just as software plus a controller.
Because I think people would be just as excited to be like, oh, I could use the controller that I know was right.
Right.
And it would have that Nintendo name on it. And
it's wireless.
Yeah. People would be happy with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right there with you.
Yep.
All right.